Tayla Vlaeminck today back into the team after a long layoff. How did you feel when you started? How did you feel about the first over and when you took that wicket?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was nice to be back. I was just pretty excited, to be honest, to get the ball in hand. And when I got that first wicket and the girls all got around me and started ruffling the hair up a bit, it was a pretty cool feeling. And I suppose it made some of the hard work worth it when I could get that wicket. It was really nice.
All the matches in this series so far has been one-sided. Before coming to Bangladesh, did you expect this type of dominance over the opponent team in their home side?
No, I don't think so. And I think the way Bangladesh came out today was pretty incredible. They played some really nice shots. They were really attacking and aggressive, and we expected that coming into the T20 series. They've put up some good contests against us in World Cups and against other teams like India and stuff in the past. So we had to play really well today, and we were just lucky that our batters batted really well in that second innings.
Dhaka, congratulations on this comeback, a much anticipated comeback when you were one of the Bangla Express pace bowlers. Can you talk us through what you felt you might be clocking in terms of speeds? There is no speed gun to fall back on, but did you get a sense that you were clocking speeds similar to what you were, some 24 months ago in international cricket?
Yeah, I can just make up whatever I want, and there's no speed gun. So, I think. It felt pretty similar to what it kind of felt like back 2 years ago. Obviously, it's very different when you're out in the middle compared to when you're in the nets, and there's a lot more pressure out in the middle. So, I think the more exposure I get to those sort of conditions and can get back amongst the group more and get out in the middle, I'll start to feel a bit more comfortable and hopefully can get them going through a bit quicker. But I thought it felt pretty nice today, and I just really enjoyed myself. So. With no speed gun, I'll just tell the girls it was 130, 135, and they'll have to believe it.
And just to follow up, you seem to be one of those pace bowlers with a longer run-up. At least you were starting from the edge of the inner circle. Talk us through that. Were there any points in time where you thought maybe I should shorten my run-up a little bit? Mary Shoot has done that in the past to tweak her efficacy. Talk us through why it remains largely the same and what sort of dictated that decision?
Yeah, well, I think for me, obviously bowls are different, and for me, I'm not built massively, so I need a lot of momentum to get through the crease. So a lot of my speed comes through the run up and making sure that's really smooth and quick enough to be able to sort of get through the crease. I don't sort of muscle the ball down. So the last couple of years I put a lot of work into my run up and my action to try and make it a little bit safer and sort of get it more efficient in that run up. But I sort of need the length of that to help me get through the crease.
Thank you, and over the rest of the series.
Thank you.
What did you make of the conditions? This was your first time playing here, obviously. And number two is, how much do you think it'll help you as the World Cup approaches in a few months?
Yeah, it was really good. Obviously, been around the group for the past week and a half with the ODIs going on, and been able to bowl the nets a little bit. So I've been able to get used to the conditions a little bit, and it's my first time to the subcontinent. So I'm used to fast and bouncy wickets in Australia. So I've had to make a few little adjustments. It's really good for the team and for the girls to be able to just get used to wickets like this. And we've obviously had fresh wickets, some older wickets. So it's all just really good exposure, I suppose, for the World Cup. And we'll be back in a couple of months. So the more time we can spend out there, the better.
Right. You were talking about the bounce. Did you feel there was very low bounce because you tried a few bouncers and they kept pretty low?
There wasn't as much bounces back in Australia. I think some of them probably weren't intentional bounces. They were just a little bit short pitched and got ducked under. But there's still been a little bit of bounce, and especially in those first couple of ODIs, the wicket had a bit in it for the quicks early. So there's definitely still room for the bouncer. I think I probably could have got a few more in there, but
The number of extras that Australia has been conceding in this series, I think it's over three figures now. How do you decrease the number of wides you're giving? Is it because of the conditions entirely?
No, I don't think entirely. I think probably initially the spinners probably weren't used to the amount of spin we were getting out of these wickets. So there was probably that with a little bit to play, but it's something we definitely need to improve on, especially coming into a World Cup. There's a lot of quality teams in a World Cup, and you don't want to be getting to semi-finals and finals and that sort of thing, and extras be costing you. So it's something that we'll definitely have to work on in the off-season and in pre-season, and hopefully we can get a little bit better at that.
LJ, do you have any questions for Tay?
No, that's covered everything else for me, thanks.
Perfect. Any last questions? Aisha, we'll finish with you.
If you could just wrap up, you're sad in Bangladesh, making your comeback after 24 months. What are the people you would want to thank? And maybe I want to talk to Australia, how they have managed you in this torrid phase of time, considering that they kept your national contract in place as is.
Yeah, I think, well, there's probably a lot of people that I need to thank. Probably firstly my family back home. I've probably spent a lot more time back home in the last little bit, and so that's been really good. And it's just been somewhere to kind of escape the rehab a little bit, so that's been awesome. And then, yeah, the support that Cricket Victoria and Cricket Australia have shown me the last sort of 24 months has been incredible. At Triple SM, Richard Johnson and Brendan Goonan back home, they've been incredible. They kind of got me there every day, and then Kate and Wala, Geordie, all the S&Cs here have been incredible. Sometimes I take joke around with them, and I don't know how they're still sticking with me, but it definitely means a lot, and hopefully in the next little bit I can stick on the park and sort of repay the favour, because I definitely wouldn't be here today without all the help.